You haven't set your lineup yet, right? It's Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:01. Good morning. Thank you guys for tuning in to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440, streaming on our YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram channels. Hit that like button if you are watching there. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas. We've got Josh and Sam keeping us going here on the stream. Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. The text line, 1-833-401-1440 if you'd like to get in on the conversation. You can also email us, Connor at sports1440.ca, Brandon at sports1440.ca as well. Lots to get to on this show today. Of course, we're in the thick of it in the Major League Baseball playoffs. Talk some Jays, the Oilers in action tonight, taking on the New York Islanders out in New York. Now that one gets going at 5:30. So we've got pregame coverage with Andrew Walker, Gregor, and Landon Ferraro getting going at 4:30 here on Sports 1440. Then once the game wraps up, post-game coverage as well. We've got Thursday Night Football in the NFL this evening also. Should be an interesting one as the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road taking on divisional rival Cincinnati Bengals, who will have Joe Flacco starting under center. That one's set to get going just after 6 o'clock. So there's going to be a lot of sports to watch. If you want to flip all around, or you have multiple TVs or screen and screen, picture in picture, you're probably set up pretty well for this one. Brandon, good morning. How you doing today?
Morning, Connor. I'm doing well. It's a beautiful day outside. Some nice temps here. Is like it's fully set in that it fall is here, right? Like it's cold at night. The furnaces are on unless you're a psycho. But tonight, like when you look at the sports slate tonight, full slate of NHL games, Oilers early, Thursday Night Football, both the championship series and the MLB postseason. I don't really know what more you could ask for. The biggest issue is going to be picking what to watch or how to watch it all at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, people probably have tablets, maybe laptops. I think I'll probably have to throw one of the games on my phone just to keep it all going.
I might have to bring the TV out of the bedroom and set it on move my coffee table beside the main living room TV, because I'm normally a 2-monitor setup, big screen TV, a monitor on the coffee table to plug my laptop into. But I need to watch 3 things simultaneously tonight, so I might have to go even one further.
Not this time, Duke. You're going to dig deep here for the culture.
It's
going to be awesome. Let's talk a little bit. We'll get to the Oilers, of course, but let's go to last night. And that Toronto Blue Jays game for Jays fans out there was absolutely amazing. And it didn't start off that way. Shane Bieber, tough start, down 2 after 1. But I guess that's why he's a veteran and he's been through all this before. He found his game, got composed. Blue Jays explode onto the scene in the 3rd inning with 5 runs. Andres Jimenez with the big home run. Now, I was looking into him, Duke. Only 7 home runs this past season, but a couple years ago, he had 15, he had 17. So, guy who can hit with a little bit of power. And when it happened, I said to Ashley, that could be a game-changing home run. That could be a series-changing home run, because that gives this team a little bit of life going into the rest of the ball game. They would add 3 more runs, go up 5-2, and the bats did not slow down after that. Home run galore. Springer, Guerrero, Alejandro, Barger, Jimenez, as we mentioned, all going yard in that one. Jays win 13-4. And then you got game 4 set up for tonight, Duke. You got Mad Max on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. I think this is one that a lot of people are intrigued by, because he looked good at times. Then there's injuries, and then not so good. Obviously, we didn't see him against the New York Yankees, but he's going to be the starting pitcher tonight when they meet in Seattle. Castillo for the Mariners. How are you feeling about this one? Is this like Bieber? I'd say after the first inning, rose to the occasion. Do you think that Scherzer can do the same tonight?
I'd love to think so, right? Like, this is a World Series champion pitcher, another Cy Young winner that this team has in their arsenal. And yeah, down the stretch of the season, he was not good. He was downright bad, putting it very bluntly. But when you look at what Shane Bieber did after his first start with the Jays, it didn't knock your socks off. It didn't blow you away. But these moments kind of seem like the ones that guys like Bieber, guys like Kevin Gausman, guys like Max Scherzer are built for. They're veterans. They've seen a lot. They've been through a lot. Scherzer's won it all. He knows what it takes. Do I expect him to go 6+ innings here with 8 Ks like Bieber did last night? No, I don't. But I think if he can get through a 4 or 5 and then turn things over to a bullpen that is a little bit more rested after they got pegged around pretty good in the first 2 games, I'd feel comfortable, especially with how good the sticks were going for Toronto yesterday. Hopefully that momentum carries over and can support the pitching staff.
How many innings do you need from Scherzer to say, okay, he did well?
I would say 4.
4 innings?
4 plus if he can get to the 5th, that would be excellent. But I think if he can just get through 4, or get to the 4th anyway, I would be happy with it.
Stulo texting in 1-833-441-1440. Do you guys see the fans of the crowd with the sign? Duh, Mariners lose. So good.
Yeah, it was actually right beside Sean K. Smith. Got a picture with him because Sean, our salesman here at Stingray, went to the game.
He's there?
He's on his way back right now.
Oh, I was like, I thought I just spoke with him yesterday. I guess I didn't.
They flew to Abbotsford, drove down across the border, went to the game, stayed overnight. Today, driving back to Abbotsford and flying home again.
Wow, impressive.
Very.
That's very cool. Well, I mean, I want to see that picture. Yeah, I mean, as soon as Vlad said it, though, I was like, that's going to, unless they win it all, that's going to come back. We're going to hear that on social media. As soon as they lost 2 games, the Yankees fans were saying it. Duh, Blue Jays lose. But Jays got their vengeance. Do you believe in game-to-game momentum?
Not really, to be honest.
Is it like, it's good the bats got going. I hope that the confidence is high, but
right.
That can change quickly. A couple scoreless innings and the bats can go dry.
All of a sudden, every guy's 0 for 2 again, and you're staring down the barrel. Especially if maybe Scherzer does give up some runs early, you start gripping a little bit tighter with the possibility of going down 3-1 in the series. Another game in enemy territory with the way baseball series are set up, 2-3-2. It's daunting, right? But I do think that there's something to be said about confidence and a couple guys busting out of some early slumps here in the CS. Guerrero, Springer to an extent, right? Like through the first 2 games, it was basically Nathan Lucas, maybe Ernie Clement that were hitting the ball and really nobody else. Alejandro Kirk, Varsho bangs one off the wall too. Mm-hmm. And then yesterday, Connor, during in or out, I was like, I need Addison Barger to break out. Like this is a guy that has such a good season. I know he's young, green still, but break out. And then into the late parts of the game, he was the only Blue Jay without a hit. Hadn't been on base, but then he managed to swing off a solo as well, deep into right center field. So that was an encouraging sign. It was largely all positives across the board. Maybe save Yariel Rodriguez, the only blip on the radar yesterday.
Couple dingers given up. It was funny because we had Yaremchuk on and he talked about how do the Jays win this game, and it was get a good start out of Bieber and have somebody maybe step up and surprise. And the name he dropped was Santander, who got on with a walk, I believe, but didn't maybe necessarily have the best game. But I'd say like Jimenez hitting that shot, man. If it turns around and the Jays win again today, I'm marking that as my TSN turning point, because what a shot that was, just to inject a little life into the team. Of course, NFL gets going tonight, week 7. Already week 7, Bengals and Steelers. With that, a text comes in from Bryce, friend of the show, says, "Hey, Connor, just wondering if you'd make any lineup changes. Granted, I am playing a real scrub this week. With our good friend Bryce, I must assume that he's playing Brandon."
Yeah, Bryce, how did run in the mouth go for Blake last week? I believe he texted in and said he was going to give me a bare bum spanking in fantasy football, and I beat him by almost 100 points. So that might be exaggerated. I beat him by 70 points.
Might have exaggerated a little bit.
I mean, hey, why not rub it in a little bit? And he owned up to that in the group chat, saying, yeah, I ran my mouth a little bit too much. I think Bryce might be due for something similarly here.
Well, Bo Nix taking on the Giants. If the pass rush doesn't get after him, could be good. Kamani Vidal for the Chargers. RB1 looks like he looked very good last week, so I don't mind that. Bijan, of course, you got to start him. Nico Collins, same with that. Raheem Shaheed are just banking on a big play. Jamar Chase, again, you have to do it. Xavier Legette, I don't know about that one. I do like your tight end situation with McBride. Bauer so is this a real, okay, you're on the bench here, but then it has positions and then others.
Those are all flex, like the ones that have several positions listed beside them. They just like go on your benches, bench flexes.
Interesting,
right? But they're still just receivers or tight ends.
I might put Bowers in ahead of
Rashad White. Slow start to the year for Brock Bowers, comparatively speaking to his rookie campaign.
That final receiver spot, Xavier Legette, kind of a big hit and miss potentially. But looking at the receivers on the bench, probably is your best option. Josh Palmer, if he's healthy. I don't think he's found the end zone yet, has he, this year?
No.
Trey Harris, I like that guy, but he seems like he's just like a glorified fullback playing receiver. I think he was the Chargers' best graded run blocker last week.
Really?
Yeah. They put him in motion and then they just like send up the B gap.
I mean, hey, he's a big dude, right? And so
Pull
just
him
get some people in behind him and let the magic happen.
Absolutely. Brace, I like that lineup. Chuba's the one. If he were healthy and we didn't have Rico Dowdle just absolutely crushing it, then that might be a little bit better. Triple C in a truck says, Bryce, hold your mouth. I talked trash and got my first loss against the radio boys. Yeah, we don't like trash talkers, hey, Duke? Nobody in my other leagues actually talks trash. Like, we don't even talk to each other.
Oh, our league is, the group chat is active all the time.
No,
talking football, talking hockey, talking whatever.
Whatever it is. Darren says, full PPR, I need 2. Chase Brown, Gainwell, Stevenson, RJ Harvey, Chuba Hubbard. What do you about the text, as I'm unable to listen at the moment? I suppose we could. Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, he's still RB1 somehow.
Harvey, I'm like unsure about. Although, J.K. Dobbins didn't have the best week last week. Gainwell could pop off. Chase Brown, probably not. I'd go Stevenson for sure, Duke. And then maybe I'm waiting on Chuba. But at that point, you're already losing Chase Brown and Kenneth Gainwell, right? I guess I'm going Stevenson and Chuba.
If he's ready to go.
But if he's not healthy, then you're forced to go Harvey because Gainwell and Brown have already played.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 running backs going head-to-head on Thursday night makes it a little bit more complicated. Pillman says, boys, am I putting Hubbard back in? What's your situation, Pillman? Who else you got? I wouldn't rush to do it. If I had to, I would. And hope that he at least splits the carries with Dowdle. Maybe pops one off. I'm doing a TSN feature on him right now. Maybe that's your sign to start Chuba. Kurt from Barhead says, morning, fellas. With the Bills on a bye, I need to make a decision in my flex spot. I got T-Law, Chris Olave, and Kenneth Walker sitting on my bench. Available on the waiver wire are Carson Wentz, Jacoby Brissett, in consideration with the potential stack on Trey McBride. Do I just go with Lawrence, or do you think there's anyone else to think about? Who do the Jags have this week? Duke, do you know?
Let's have a look-see. The Jags host the Rams in London.
Oh.
So they're not really a host. Although that's like a second home for Jacksonville.
Yeah, they have been out there quite a bit. Trevor Lawrence, that's a potentially a nasty front that he's going up against. I probably go Trevor Lawrence, though. I think I still roll with it. Like you said, second home. Hopefully he finds BTJ. Travis Hunter's making some plays, man. He might make me eat crow. I was a little unsure about him. So I think I might just go with Trevor Lawrence. How about you, Duke? You think
like if Wentz and Brissett are your other options, I think it's probably the safer play.
Unless you want to go Olave or Walker.
Oh, into the super flex.
Yes.
No.
Nah. RBS says, this is the night the Steelers prove they aren't fakers this year. It's a prototypical Tomlin trap game. They need to go and dominate. Let's go Steelers, Jays, Oilers. What a night for sports from RBS. See, that's the thing that I would not pick up on, that Tomlin has a prototypical trap game.
What was the stat this morning, Josh, that Nick Faribault gave us? Tomlin 0-6 in his last divisional Thursday night games. Yeah. On the road. So a specific set of statistics, but 0-6 all the same.
So he's not good, and I'm just going to say this, against good teams, essentially. Because
that division has been very strong.
I don't know how much of those were Browns, but yeah.
But even the Browns, and Baker beat the Steelers. Not in the regular season, granted, but.
And their defense does typically hold up. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough go. But I think they should get the job done here tonight. Hey, boys, do you know if Tomchek is on PP1 tonight? I don't know.
I believe so. I hadn't seen anything that would have taken him off of it. He's playing on the top line 5-on-5.
That's enough for me. Let's say he's rolling with it. Hey, guys, I have no idea what to do with Bill. Up and down every week. Bill. Krosky Merritt. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Mark, if you don't know, I think you just got to stay away from him. And like your running back spot is pretty good. He sent us a picture. You've got Jacobs, Kamara, and Javonte. I think I might just roll with it. Maybe you trade him. You just move on from him. Wipe your hands and try to get some help elsewhere. Because I'm with you. You never really know what you're going to get from him. He could pop off. He did against the Chargers. Might be good news for Jonathan Taylor owners this week, but it's not consistent. Oh, Bryce just said he's got something in his living room that tells him he can talk trash. It looks like a trophy, Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bryce the defending champion?
Yep.
He does have a nice trophy, actually.
Yeah, this is only the second year we've had it. Because it came in after I won the league the season previous, but I never actually got to have it in my possession.
Dang. You're fighting for it now. You want that,
I'm first in the league, 5-1. I've had some good matchups, second highest scoring team in the league, which is good underlying numbers wise, but hey, never count your chickens.
They say that. Slurpy Sean asks, would you trade Javonte for McLaurin and Krosky, aka Bill? I don't think so. He's more consistent. Terry McLaurin
Has to play.
Don't even get me started on Scary Terry. He's giving me the scaries. Yeah, I mean, and then plus you're taking two guys on the same team, which, in a perfect world, I don't love doing. I've done it. I will continue to do it, but it's not my favorite thing to do. Pillman says he also has Dowdle. Ooh. We'll follow the injury reports. Let's see how healthy Chuba is. I don't know if we have a report from yesterday for the Panthers. See if I can quickly grab one here. 3 players back to practice for the Panthers. I would assume Chuba's in there. Chuba was limited yesterday. So let's hold off on this one. Let's see what happens today at practice and then potentially tomorrow. I think that might be a game time decision, but I'd probably lean with Dowdle if you have both and probably not Chuba. Just to wait and see, assuming you have good options. Duke, let's take a quick break. When we return, more text to 1-833-401-1440. Any questions you might have? We can talk Jays, Oilers, NFL, whatever it is you guys would like to take a look at. We can do that as well. It is Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. You're watching on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Michelle and Colette are sisters. Sisters who don't agree on much, especially when it comes to which hockey team is the best.
Edmonton is the best, baby. Vancouver's #1.
Even when it comes to meat snacks from Wilhawks.
I love the Harris Wiener. The ham sausage rules.
But they will agree.
Wilhawk Beef Jerky is the best.
It might just be the only thing Alberta hockey fans can agree on.
Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate Wilhawk Beef Jerky. Only available in the Duke. Get yours today, because you don't win friends with salad.
You'll see us digging holes. No, we're not looking for buried treasure. You'll see us digging trenches as well. And no, we're not building a fort. We're GS Construction, and you'll see us in neighborhoods throughout the Edmonton area. So what are we doing? GS Construction provides rehabilitation and upgrade services to Edmonton and surrounding communities. Some of our underground utilities have served us for years and are past their useful lives. We replace them, so they're around for years to come. Find out more at gsconstruction.ca.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
What a performance by Action Electrical today. Their projects team kicked things off, designing and building with unmatched skill.
Then the service team swoops in for those crucial repairs and maintenance. And don't forget the testing team, ensuring everything's safe and sound before the solar team scores with sustainable energy.
A complete team effort. Have Action Electrical bring home a win for you and your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
Looking for the perfect gift? Give the gift of great taste with a Loca Quality Market gift card. Redeemable at any Loca Quality Market or Loca-operated restaurant. It's a treat for food lovers. Ready anytime. Grab yours today at loca.ca.
Listen up, because you're not going to want to miss this. Right now is your chance to get in on Play Alberta's biggest offer offer. For a limited time only, new players can get up to a $1,000 casino bonus when they sign up. There's never been a better time to join the fun. Visit playalberta.ca today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
This hockey season, before every game, check out the pregame show with Andrew Walker on Sports 1440. It's brought to you by Titan Supply, your only source for rigging, lifting, and hauling products. Visit titansupply.ca.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. I'm super excited to tell you today that we have fed over 250 families so far with our Feed 500 Families event. With that said, we are still short of our goal. We have decided to continue this on through to the end of October. With your help and your support, we can get this done. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
When it comes to choosing a hair clinic, the difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Transforming how you feel about yourself is a very personal experience, and I'll work directly with you every step of the way.
Physicians come from all over the world to learn from Dr. Elliott.
When your personal goal is to help other people achieve theirs, you must deeply understand the latest treatments.
Want to feel confident and comfortable? The difference is in the doctor.
I'm Dr. Vance Elliott at drvanceelliott.com.
Diablo Boots sells only Canadian-made work and biker boots made by Canada West. No American or boots made in China, so no tariffs. All of Diablo's boots have replaceable soles and heels for longer life. Sizes 6 to 14 Triple E. Buy quality, buy Canadian. And support Canada West and Diablo, the two best names in the boot business. So save on boots by Save On Foods. That's Diablo Boots, 3340 Gateway Boulevard on the east side of Save On Foods. Buy Canadian. They're terrific.
Need the perfect ride? The Golf Cart people have it. They offer a wide selection of new and used models from top brands like Club Car, Yamaha, and E-Z-Go. Whether it's a lifted cart for adventure or a sleek ride for the course, they'll find your match. Customize with accessories or choose a ready-to-go option. Trusted by Albertans since 1997 for quality. Visit golfcartpeople.com to find your cart and hit the road or fairway your way.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
$11:23. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. However you're consuming the product, we appreciate it. Radio, iHeartRadio, our website, tune in, Radio Player Canada, YouTube, Sports 1440 AM, Facebook, X, Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. Give us a like and a subscription if you can. Text lines 1-833-401-1440. You can also send us an email, Connor at sports1440.ca, Brandon at sports1440.ca, or if you are on YouTube, you can hit up the chat. I'm going to say hello right now. This show brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Go grab a bag tonight. That's actually an ideal plan. You go to Leduc, swing by Wilhauk, grab a bag or two, maybe a few other things, go home, hunker down on the couch, and then watch sports all night long. You probably just set up 2 or 3 screens, watch the Jays, throw on the Oilers, and then Thursday Night Football to kind of wind down. And then you do have Dodgers Brewers tonight as well. As that one shifts out to Los Angeles. Northside Norm, as I text in, says, look at you multitask. Yeah, I'm trying to. That's why all I wrote was hi. That's all I can do. After that, it gets complicated. Let's dive into the inbox. For elksnation.ca, of course, you got the 2 weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger, but also articles and more. The most in-depth Double E football coverage you're going to find on the internet, elksnation.ca. We had DeBlanco on the show yesterday with Jason Greger. I know he's putting up an article with that one as the Elks, keep on winning, keep on giving them a chance to make the playoffs and cross over. Isaiah, first-time texter, says, hey, guys, should I drop Drew Doughty Aaron Ekblad, or Aaron Ekblad for Josh Morrissey. Duke, would you drop Doughty or Ekblad for Morrissey? I guess it depends on the league, but
as always, because like a guy like Doughty and Ekblad give you a little more banger upside, blocks and hits. But Morrissey, it's kind of funny because when he first came out of PA, he didn't really, at least to me, come across as a high output offensive defenseman, really solid two-way guy. And so, yeah, hits and blocks are in his wheelhouse too. But I think the point upside for Morrissey is quite a bit higher. Playing on this Jets team that looks to kind of pick up where it left off last season as one of the best teams in the league, especially the Central Division. So, yeah, I would. I would probably drop Aaron Ekblad for Josh Morrissey. Doesn't see a lot of power play time, right, with guys like Seth Jones in the mix. Gus Forsling up there as well. So it's a little more spread out on that back end. I think Morrissey is probably the higher upside because of his PP1 opportunities.
Morrissey and Leon Draisaitl, the old PA Raiders that used to.
Did Morrissey go somewhere else too for a Mem Cup run? Like Draisaitl got traded to Kelowna when he was with the Oilers that year?
Yeah, Kelowna as well.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Nice.
I wonder, looking back on it, what the haul was to acquire both those players. That's pretty solid. He's a heck of a talent.
Yeah, PA is a good team this year. Really good team. So, I mean, you think about that's a long time ago, but the way junior hockey works in the cyclical nature, like some of those picks that they got back in that trade eventually turn into other picks and you flip and flip. They're probably yielding some of the fruits of those labors, even to an extent. What are we now, 10 years later? Pretty wild.
Well, I'm just scrolling through here. Coming to the Raiders, 2 18-year-olds. It was Dalton York and Chris Schmidley. They also received first-round pick in 2025, fourth-round pick in 2016, and a fourth-round pick in 2016 or 2017. Not a crazy haul like we see today, but I'm sure it helped them out. And yeah, I remember like working Oil Kings games back in the day. That was when PA came to town. There wasn't a whole lot of talent, but the top-end talent was quite good. Cole says, hey guys, if you could acquire one of George Pickens, Brian Thomas Jr., Zay Flowers, Garrett Wilson, or AJ Brown, who would you acquire? Cole the plumber. Cole, I'm going to add the plumber to your handle here so we can call you that.
As of right now, I think the answer has to be George Pickens.
Yeah.
I'm still really high on BTJ, kind of starting to break out a little bit there in London this week, but like CeeDee Lamb is out for the year, is he not?
I don't think he's officially ruled out yet.
But not short term.
Yeah.
And Pickens has taken that full, like the opportunity full in stride. He's been great. Dak Prescott's been great. Cowboys defense stinks, but hey, they put up points. I think the over is hitting almost every Cowboys game this year.
Dak's been good
so far. I think Pickens is a pretty easy one there for me.
Yeah, I mean, and I can rule out AJ Brown, just hasn't had it this year. Garrett Wilson, the quarterback, is always going to be a question. Zay Flowers, quarterback, but also lacking the red zone. So for me, it would be Pickens or BTJ, and I lean Pickens for sure, just with having Dak. Triple C in a truck says, Olave's been popping. I traded Stevenson for Olave last week, minor league, feeling good about it. But Spencer Rattler, I mean, hasn't been terrible. Like, I mean, the bar was low, but if you had to roll with him, I don't know if I would hate it. Alan says, can you tell listeners to come down by Ford Hall and honk for public education? No, if you want to go down by Ford Hall and honk, Alan will be there. Bryce is texting up a storm here. The wife and I are really getting into the Jays because of this run. I'm starting to think she has a bit of a yearning for Alejandro Kirk. I've looked up his height and weight. Should I be worried about my wife hanging around the Duke? Here's the thing, Bryce. I love Alejandro Kirk because I think in the right light,
he's defied all odds.
I have a striking resemblance to Alejandro Kirk as well, I feel like.
To become a pro athlete with those dimensions, it's staggering.
I posted a picture like when he first debuted for the Jays. I was like, you may hate it, but this is what a real athlete looks
peak
like.
Male athlete, right? Yeah, funny joke, Bryce, except as a joke, it's BS because he's been comparing me to Alejandro Kirk for like, how long has Kirk been in the league? 5 years?
Yeah.
At least that long.
He's awesome. When he did he leg out like from first to third last night?
Did he have a triple last night? He
No, I think he was on first and got to
Oh,
third.
went from first to third. Yeah.
I was like, that's when you know things are going good. Alejandro's feeling it. Ashley, we try to introduce Benny to a new musician all the time. So yesterday it was Lady Gaga, and that song came on.
Was it Poker Face?
No, Alejandro.
Oh.
And yeah, I mean, no surprise he went yard, of course. But she always kind of like, what if he just got into shape? And I say he's in shape.
Round
is the shape.
Round is the
As
shape.
they say. He doesn't need to. Well, like, could you like remember when Kyle Lowry went from like, he went from Kyle Lowry to skinny Kyle? What if Alejandro showed up skinny? It'd be so weird. It would take away from his skill, I think. Hey, CJ80, looking at wagering potentially. Tomaszek power play point.
I already put my bets in. David Tomaszek, anytime goal scorer. And then a little sprinkle on first goal scorer. Plus 1,600.
For him?
Yeah.
Wow. That's bold.
I've liked his game so far. He just hasn't cashed yet.
The first game, he had that sick pass on the power play.
Mm-hmm.
Me and the guys cashed that. But so overtime, anytime point for him, Avs to beat the Jackets and then Winnipeg to beat the Flyers. Nice little payout if it were to occur. Sparky Kev says, hey guys, I lived in Kelowna in 2014 and Leon and Josh were there. Easily the two best players on the team, but Leon was in a league of his own. It was like watching an adult play against a bunch of 10-year-olds. Sparky Kev. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't think he was thrilled to go down. I mean, obviously the team was in a really good position going on a Mem Cup run, but yeah, he was probably in a good spot to dominate that league. Cole also just asking, what do you guys think about moving on from Saquon? My other backs are Jonathan Taylor and Rico Dowdle. Well, Duke, we moved on from Josh Jacobs. So
I wouldn't be ready to cut bait on Saquon.
I guess that's a pretty good group if you want to throw Dowdle into your flex. Like, that's a really good group. My question, I guess, would be, do you have anyone else at running back? And who are your receivers? But I don't think I'd move on. I think I would just keep those three. We had so many injuries. We had Mike Evans and Scary Terry hurt. So we did acquire
JJ.
Justin Jefferson from Playbook Vic in exchange for Josh Jacobs. Our running back's pretty good. We'll see if it works out for us. Jacobs gave us a couple extra touchdowns on the way out. So our fingers are crossed. But yeah, I don't know if I would be in a huge rush to necessarily make that move per se. Patty and Spruce says, I love Alejandro. He didn't make it a third. He was out. His little legs were pumping as hard as he could.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot.
When he stole that base, unbelievable moment in history. Standing
That's
ovation.
a Canadian heritage moment.
Like, the crowd goes crazy. I think Vlad went and got the base, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like, that was just such a good moment. How can you not love that guy? Just gives it his all. All-star. He was nominated for a Gold Glove, right?
Yep.
Probably should give it to him.
Three Gold Glove nominees hit home runs yesterday. Jimenez, Guerrero, and Kirk.
How many win, do you think?
Clement's nominated in two position groups, right?
Yeah.
He will win one of them. If I were to bet, it would be the utility, just because he played all over the infield. So I think Clement wins the utility. One of Kirk or Guerrero wins their respective position, and then they'll. And I don't think Jimenez does. He could, but I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't. And then I think they'll win the team Gold Glove for a third straight year. You and I were talking about that with Donovan off air yesterday.
Now, here's a random question for you. Who's the best? Like, when I ask you this question, I would not one, but who comes to mind? Best defensive players in Major League Baseball history.
Oh, that is a good question.
Because Jim Edmonds comes to mind for me, center field. Guy could make it look effortless, over the shoulder. Kevin Pillar had the pizzazz.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some guys who are so good they make it look easy, like the Carey Price of outfielders. But then like Andrew Jones was really good.
Yep.
I'm just trying to, like, when you think of like the star defensive players, I don't know who comes to mind, but those are a couple for me.
Well, like I don't know, like Willie Mays right out in the field.
Yeah. Ozzie Smith.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Short.
Hank Aaron was a really good fielder.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, the home run leader for a long time. I mean, like, it is before he switched to being a DH all the time. Barry Bonds was a very good fielder.
Yeah. People forget that.
Yeah. Because people just associate him as the roid monkey that did nothing but DH. But he was a very good fielder.
Pudge was good behind the plate.
Yep. Johnny Bench behind the plate.
Jason is Roberto Alomar. Yeah. Griffey. Oh, man. Everything Griffey did was awesome. Yeg Moose says Bo.
Bo Bichette?
Jackson.
I just pulled up a list. I just did a quick Google search, and this is from batflipsandnerds.com. So obviously baseball specific. Nolan Arenado, if we're talking the more recent guy, yeah, he's very good. Keith Hernandez with those Mets teams over at the one bag, he was great. Greg Maddux as a pitcher. Andrew Jones, you mentioned. Honus Wagner. Omar Vizquel. Ivan Rodriguez. Brooks Robinson. Willie Mays. Ozzie Smith. Yeah, so we've got a couple of them anyway, at least in alignment with this specific list.
You got fact checked. What do you mean Bonds is the DH? He played in the NL. It's true.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
He still held it down in the outfield for a while, I thought. We don't even think about Barry as the defensive player. Like, I mean, from a certain generation. Because I always hear people like, well, why did Barry take steroids? He had a Hall of Fame career pre-steroids. I don't remember pre-steroids. I remember San Francisco, McCovey's Cove, dingers.
Yeah.
Dangling cross earring, cool bat, best swing.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, Bonds played his whole career in the NL, so I'm just totally out to lunch on that. Good call. Way to fact check me. But you're right, Connor, that we don't think about that as much in his to use this text from Dusty Chandler, big years.
Yeah,
but when he was first breaking in, yeah, he was quite a good fielder.
Could steal bases too.
Yeah.
Where did he play towards the end? Was he at first?
Good question.
We need history buffs. Dusty says he barely played outfielder in the big years, so would have been first. Probably would have been the easiest.
I'm just on his baseball reference. It doesn't list position. Oh, no, never mind. Here it does. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of left field.
Matt Leduc says John McDonald is the best shortstop I've ever seen. Just a pretty bad hitter. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. We'll take a quick break here. When we come back, more of your text, 1-833-401-1440. You're listening to Sports 1440, streaming on Sports 1440's YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. The show brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
Michelle and Colette are sisters. Sisters who don't agree on much, especially when it comes to which hockey team is the best.
Edmonton is the best, baby. Vancouver's number one.
Even when it comes to meat snacks from Wilhawks.
I love the Harris-Schmeeder. The ham sausage rules.
But they will agree
Wilhawk beef jerky is the best.
it might just be the only thing Alberta hockey fans can agree on.
Others can try to imitate, but no one can duplicate Will Hawk Beef Jerky. Only available in the Duke. Get yours today, because you don't win friends with salad.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantor, proudly delivering world-class hydraulic torque wrenches in Canada since 2016. I'm thrilled to announce our in-house production of tool components and accessories for faster turnarounds and enhanced versatility. The future is here at Cantor.com.
Performance by Action Electrical today. Their projects team kicked things off, designing and building with unmatched skill.
Then the service team swoops in for those crucial repairs and maintenance. And don't forget the testing team, ensuring everything's safe and sound before the solar team scores with sustainable energy.
A complete team effort. Have Action Electrical bring home a win for you and your project. Visit actionelectrical.net.
At Papa John's, our butter chicken pizza is a Canadian favorite, and we think we know why. We start with a velvety, tangy, and subtly sweet sauce. Then it's our better ingredients: fresh, never frozen original dough, juicy grilled chicken, and crunchy green peppers and onions. Sounds delicious, right? Well, wait till you try it. It's butter chicken made better. Order your large butter chicken pizza today for only $19.99. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Proudly locally owned and operated.
They're not just a grocery store. They're a butcher, a baker, a cafe, deli, rotisserie pizza, and restaurant, all under one roof. Loca Quality Market does food differently with 2 locations to serve you. Edmonton and Sherwood Park. Visit loca.ca.
At Fountain Tire, we're fluent in saving you money.
Fluent?
Yes, we've mastered the language of deals. Like right now, you can save up to 25% off select tires and up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires. Plus, $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires. All until October 18th.
I'm sorry, I don't speak deals.
Spend less, save more when you buy Round Black things from us.
Oh, got it.
Restrictions apply. Book your appointment online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
No fluff, no fillers, just pure entertainment. Sports 1440 brings the heat with bold opinions, big personalities, and Edmonton's fiercest fans. This is your turf. This is Edmonton's sports leader, Sports 1440.
At Fountain Tire, we're fluent in saving you money.
Fluent?
Yes, we've mastered the language of deals. Like right now, you can save up to 25% off select tires and up to $125 off a set of 4 select Goodyear tires. Plus, $50 off $150 service when you buy those tires. All until October 18th.
I'm sorry, I don't speak deals.
Spend less, save more when you buy Round Black things from us.
Oh, got it.
Restrictions apply. Book your appointment online today. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together, Canada.
Bring in the new year with a Canadian country legend. December 31st, in concert at the Silent Ice Center in Nisku. Brett Kissel. She drives me crazy. Multiple CCMA and Juno Award winner, platinum-selling recording artist, and top 10 hitmaker. Celebrate the new year in Alberta, country style. Bring your friends, your cowboy boots, and your party spirit for a night full of hits, celebration, and unforgettable memories. The countdown to 2026 starts with Brett Kissel live on stage. Get your tickets now at silenticecenter.com/events.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Strudling. How would you like to join me and the superstars of hockey on an exotic holiday? Join us on a 7-night cruise through the Mexican Riviera, leaving from Los Angeles and including Cabo, Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and more. While we relax and cruise the tropical waters, you can attend an intimate meet and greet with legends like Bill Ranford, Fernando Pisani, Kelly Buckberger, Ron Lowe, Gene Principe, Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusque, and more. There's still time to get in on every hockey fan's dream cruise. Book now and save $500 per couple. The Edmonton Hockey Legends Cruise. Price started at just $23.99. Part of the proceeds support the Ben Stelter Foundation and Kids with Cancer.
Visit cast.tours/Edmonton. Call 1-833-347-7678. Call now to book and save $500 per cabin when you mention promo code Stingray Radio. That's cast.tours, 1-833-347-7678.
Groceries, mortgage payments, family holidays, a new car. That's what profit shares look like for Vision Credit Union members. Each year, we return about 75% of our profits, $35 million last year, to the people who bank with us. Because at Vision Credit Union, when you're an owner, you get your share. Why not get yours? Learn how at whatsyourshare.ca. That's whatsyourshare.ca.
At the Nissan All-In Clearout, there's nothing more chill than financing an award-winning Nissan for just 0%. Enjoy the soothing relaxation of zero stress, zero worries, zero indecision. During the Nissan All-In Clearout, get 0% financing plus up to $500 bonus on some of our best-selling models. You have zero reasons to wait. Conditions apply. See your local Nissan dealer today.
Visit your local Edmonton and area Nissan dealer for more information.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, and Sam Wilness with us here in the Stingray Studios in West Edmonton Mall. Sam just took off running. Hope everything is okay. Text lines 1-833-414-1440. Appreciate you guys watching. Coming up next, there'll be the Lowdown with Bowtie. They'll be joined by Bagged Milk. Also, Declan's going to do his rundown of Week 7 in the NFL. They'll do NHL rumors and talk some Blue Jays. Then on the Jason Gregor show today from 2 till 6. It's going to be an interesting show. Of course, we'll have Mark Spector on the program. Colin Livingston will be by. We'll head out to New York, talk some Islanders and Oilers as well. Pre-game show smack dab right in the middle, 4:30 till 5:30. So join us. Also, Thirsty Thursday, Stephen Bizan and Brian Simpson going to come by. Brian, in from Scotland, going to talk some whiskey with us. So make sure you keep it locked here on Sports 1440. And then, of course, once the Oilers and Islanders wrap up, Walker, Paulson, and Ferraro back with your post-game coverage. Vic says, I have the unique privilege of being in Red Deer and can listen to both Edmonton and Calgary sports talk after the Flames lost last night. The talk in Calgary is that the Flames are already going to miss the playoffs. Coach Vic, well, they don't score many goals, which can be a problem. I mean, we are a week and a day into the regular season, so it might be a little premature. Things can go in a bunch of different ways, but I don't think that's the craziest thought. We had talked about great defensive players in Major League Baseball. Yeg Moose says Darryl Strawberry. Darryl. For my Simpsons fans out there. Ranting Rob says Andre Dawson could throw out a runner at home. Yeah, and then that's it. Like, we're talking like big plays, big catches, but the guys who had the cannon for arms as well. Going back to like the last playoff era for the Jays, I remember like Joey Bats, Jose Batista.
Threw a guy out at first base from right field.
There was one he got to third to Donaldson on a rope. He had a rocket.
It was awesome. It was a shame how much it deteriorated at the end of his Jays time and obviously the end of his career, but that's just the nature of, father time. I'll be honest, Connor, like I love just pulling up random nights. So, whether you're hanging out with the boys, having some drinks or whatever, you just highlights tapes, right? From YouTube. Hockey ones are great. Football ones, awesome. I love the hit ones back from like the 90s. Scott Stevens just literally killing people. Football one's great. Defensive highlight reels from baseball, it might be my favorite collection of highlights to watch. Like web gems, throwing it back a little bit there, and whether it be diving catches in the field, on the infield, roping guys out, like you said, from the field on other tags or trying to do advance. I love it. I live for it.
Tyler says, if the list is including pitchers, how is Nolan Ryan not on there? He's the best to ever do it, in my opinion. Guy, yeah, he was an absolute weapon. Brandon.
Connor.
Dale asks you, we need to ask if that burned out John Deere combine near the entrance to Elnora is gone. I saw it on my last trip to the Elnora Saloon.
Oh, the Elnora Saloon, aka the Elnora Bar. What an establishment. One of the best, in my opinion, of small town facilities. It was still there last time I was by, Dale, which granted was back in August for the Elnora Slow Pitch Tournament. What I heard is that it couldn't be moved or taken rid of until all the insurance issues with it were settled. They were fighting between insurance companies and the dealership because it was quite literally like the first lap. They just bought it. It was brand new. First lap around the field and it burnt up. So last I saw, granted, we're talking several months ago, it was still there.
Pillman sent us his team. I kind of think you just roll with what you got for this week. I think I would keep Dowdle in, but monitor Hubbard going forward, but I would roll with Dowdle. I like that squad you got going. Anytime you have Nico Collins on the bench, that means you're doing some good things. But if it's PPR, Keenan Allen's a good pick. Jamar Chase, you got to go with him. Ted McMillan found the end zone for the first time this season. You got defensive individual players as well. That's unique. I wonder how much tackles are worth. That's why I had to get out of my individual defensive player league, because points for tackles when they're just like 8 yards downfield, not great. Good for fantasy sports, I suppose. Devon White, Steven said on the YouTube chat. That's another good one. If you haven't seen Facing Nolan, it's an excellent documentary on him. And if you like baseball highlights, look up the 92 World Series, Devon White with the Jays. If they would have had instant replay, they had a triple play. If only. I often think about that, going back to some of the biggest moments in sports. If we had the technology we had today, the big one, like the immaculate reception, the Steelers, what would we have known if that did hit the ground? The Raiders swear it hit the ground. Steelers disagree. But even like plays along the sideline, little bobbles. Like how many of Jerry Rice's catches was there a slight bobble that the replay era would have taken away? Or Chris Carter, or anyone like, go back even further. Lance Allworth, how many would have changed? But yeah, We'll have to go back and watch the 92 highlights. Jeter flip might have been safe. Yeah, good one, Dusty. If we went back and slowed it down. Yeah,
Jeter might be the most overrated defensive player in MLB history. He was good.
Why?
But like people talk about him like he was the GOAT at shortstop.
Man, but he had the flair.
He was the captain.
Rolling towards third base, throwing on like contorting the body. He could make some cool throws.
Yes.
But everyone seems to be very on board for Jeter being overrated. Playing for the Yankees,
He's a good player.
Winning rings didn't hurt him.
He's probably a Hall of Famer still, but he's not anywhere close to like the elite echelon of MLB players, in my opinion.
Well, yours and a lot of other people, because that's whenever you talk Jeter, the texts roll in.
Yeah.
A lot of people feel that way. I feel like that became like kind of a cool thing to say. See, Dusty says Jeter being overrated is a terrible take. Worst I've heard on this station. And I've heard a lot of DP's takes. Donovan Paulson catching strays. I had to argue it once because I was like, my thoughts on being overrated.
Yes. You don't think anything's overrated. You think everything is appropriately rated.
Everything's appropriately rated. If 50 million people think Jeter's unbelievable, then maybe he is.
Like I said, he was a really good player. Hall of Famer. He's not one of the all-time best.
Well, who are your greatest shortstops of all time then?
Troy Tulowitzki. No.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Cal Ripken.
Right. Who are we just talking about?
Ozzy. A-Rod.
More third base.
Nomar. That's Nomar.
No. Oh, okay.
Garcia Parra. I mean, he tore his groin off the bone, I think. That was a pretty brutal injury.
Yucky.
A-Rod was short before he got to the Yankees. Then he made the switch. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
Honus Wagner. You remember him?
Yeah. Not so much like watching him, but I just know the name.
Yeah, he played from 1897 to 1917. Of course you don't remember.
I was like, I also didn't watch Johnny Bench play.
Yeah, Pee Wee Reese. I remember him from the movie 42.
Who was the really bad guy but was good at baseball?
Pete Rose?
Well, no, but yes. No, they called him the Georgia Peach. Why can I not remember his name? This is tough look.
Ty Cobb?
Ty Cobb. Bad guy, good baseball player.
Matt and the Duke had it. Ty Cobb. There's Maudite, Hand of God, Diego Maradona, surely the most epic and tragic sports play to be impacted. Yeah, right? Like if we had replay in the entire timeline of sports, some crazy plays just wouldn't be there. B says, some people have Jeter on the Yankees Mount Rushmore. Give me a break. Oh, man. Yeah, the Yankees Mount Rushmore. If you're giving 4, I think we could find 4 better. I would agree with that, but I still think Jeter's a heck of a player. On and off the field, the guy just won. Ricky Henderson in the field. Stanzi says Tulo was a great shortstop.
Oh, he was really good.
Yeah, he was.
Like one of the best of his generation, for sure.
And, when you search Google, I don't search Yahoo.
Yeah, Yahoo.
Greatest shortstops of all time. It goes Ripken, Jeter, Wagner, Ozzie Smith, Alan Trammell, Barry Larkin, A-Rod, Robin Yount, Ernie Banks, John Cronin, Archie Vaughn, Luke Appling, Lou Boudreau, Pee Wee Reese, Nomar, George Davis. Long story short, eventually Troy Tulowitzki does come up. But I don't think anyone's having him as the greatest. Roberto Alomar. Dusty says Jeter is 8th in WAR in MLB for a shortstop. What do you think about that, Duke? Do you believe in WAR? Because JC Glazer says Jeter might be the most overrated player of all time. It's a hot button issue with this Derek Jeter talk.
And
every time it comes up.
You want to know why it's so hot button?
Why?
Because he played for the Yankees.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways. Like what he achieved does deserve more credit because playing in that market for that team does make it tougher, right? Like all eyes are on you all the time. But it also means that you get extra time, extra screen time, all that stuff for people to watch you more, as opposed to playing in Colorado your whole career. Nobody really would give a lick about you.
14-time
goes both
All-Star,
ways.
5-time World Series champion.
Yeah.
World Series
the
MVP.
credentials are there
Gold Glove.
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Average career 310. Not too shabby. That's going to do it for us here on Fantasy Frenzy. Up next, it's a lowdown with Low Tide. But first, a Sports 1440 update with the Duke, brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky. Online at wilhaukbeefjerky.com. Go check them out, only in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Oilers game day as they're out on Long Island taking on New York. Islanders coming into the game 0-3. Puck drop scheduled for just after 5:30 Mountain Time. 10 of the games around the NHL, including the Maple Leafs hosting the Rangers. Nashville in Montreal. Senators continue without Captain Brady Tkachuk. They host the Kraken. Jets are in Philadelphia. Canucks taking on the Stars from Texas. And in one of the nightcap games, 3-0 Hurricanes in Anaheim against the Ducks. News out of Vegas has long been rumored and reported. Carter Hart joining the organization on a professional tryout. Hart has not played in the NHL since allegations of sexual assault following the Team Canada incident of 2018. MLB postseason continuing with the Blue Jays looking to even the series against the Mariners, currently trailing 2-1. Game 4 in Seattle tonight. First pitch just after 6:30 will be Max Scherzer against Louis Castillo on the bump. And just after 4 o'clock, NLCS shifting to SoCal. Dodgers leading 2-0 against the Brewers. Tyler Glasnow starting for LA in that one. Week 7 of NFL kicking off with Thursday Night Football. Cincinnati Bengals hosting the division-leading Pittsburgh Steelers. 6:15 scheduled start time. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Brendan Douglas. That's your Sports 1440 update.